former deputy president.
I, Gachagua.
A man the government tried to silence, now is cruising through the streets of Boston in a VIP motorcade, complete with a police chase car. What happened here? Who arranged this king-like reception? And why are Ruto and Raila dead silent as this man, whom they once dismissed and disgraced, rises like a phoenix? Let's get to the bottom of it. And for those who are a little bit confused, this is not Nairobi, this is not State House, this is Boston, USA, and this is Rigathi Gachagua, once impeached, once mocked, but now receiving a motorcade fit for a head of state. You see, this video was first posted on TikTok and obviously it sparked instant uproar. A full VIP convoy complete with a chase car. This is a signal of a very, very important person. And here's the catch. Gachagua is not the deputy president of this country anymore. He's not part of the current Kenyan government. In fact, his security was stripped away by William Ruto himself.
It's unfortunate that when I was here in hospital, my brother and friend, President William Ruto, ordered for the withdrawal of my security from the hospital here. I've been here alone without a single officer looking after me. He ordered the withdrawal of security guards in my rural home in Nyeri, in my private home here in Karen, and all officers who are close to me were disarmed.
So why is Boston treating him better than Nairobi ever did? You see, this motorcade was not a mistake, it was not an accident, it was the tip of the iceberg. Because since Gachagua arrived in the US of A, he's been moving with precision, hosting town hall meetings with Kenyan Americans, shaking hands with Kenyan business leaders, meeting pastors, tech entrepreneurs, even hosting intimate roundtables. This for Gachagua wasn't a vacation. This was a soft power tour. And make no mistake, he's been treated like a statesman because the diaspora has decided he is theirs. And that's what should worry Ruto and Raila, because what Gachagua has that they don't is pure grassroots mobilization.
I mobilized 4 million people from this mountain to make you president. I'll mobilize 8 million people from this community to send you home.
Diaspora communities feel heard, they feel respected. They see a man who was wronged by a system and they are giving him something that he was denied by the State House: royal treatment.
Nikwambie William Ruto, ulikuwa unafikiria ati utanitisha mimi, ati umenitoa kwa kazi, ati nitakosa umaarufu kwa hii jamii. Mimi ndio nilikuleta hapa.
For a moment, let's be petty. Let's compare when William Ruto visited the United States in 2022 and again in 2024. His motorcade was state arranged, yes. They were diplomatic, yes. They were controlled, but there were no chase cars, no organic crowds, and no grassroots fanfare.
No individual motorcades, but coaches to ferry even the world's princes and presidents, ensuring arrivals ran like clockwork. A photo opportunity for Kenya's president, smiling widely at the back of the picture. But after intensive negotiations, there were only a handful of exceptions to the travel arrangements.
The same applies to Raila Odinga. Whenever he goes there, nobody even realizes that he is actually in the US of A. But who is Gachagua? He walks in like a man sent by the people and not scripted by the state. This image, the VIP escort in Boston, burns because it symbolizes something deeper, that Gachagua has a power base that the government can't control. And just for a moment, imagine that you are Ruto, watching the man that you called irrelevant, now getting police honors in a foreign land. What do you tell your supporters? That you impeached a man who still commands loyalty? That you reduced his Kenyan security only for Americans to give him more? This motorcade isn't just cars, it is a statement. It is Rigathi Gachagua telling the system that you couldn't finish me. So now let's get to the question that got you clicking on this video. How did he pull it off? Or rather, who pulled this off? Who gave Gachagua a chase car in Boston? You see, insiders believe that this is the work of Kenyan Americans, patriotic angry and organized. People who watched from afar as the Ruto-Raila pact pushed Gachagua out. People who said to Ruto, we won't let you destroy him. Of course, it wasn't the Kenyan embassy. It wasn't the official government protocol. It was mobilization, the kind that Gachagua has mastered over time. Now he's exporting it to the world.
Webster Hoy. Hi, bros. Hi, sis. Hi, cousins. Cousins, hi. Makuzo, hi.
Gachagua doesn't need a title to get respect. He doesn't need a seat to command a room. And that's what makes him very dangerous to this government. And why they won't talk about it in public, but behind closed doors, they are all scratching their heads.
Alafu nawauliza nyinyi watu wa mlima, hii mtu mupeleke hospitali kwanza, wenye wako US hapo, tafadhali take your time, ambia yeye mtu aenda apimwe ubongo, apimwe pressure, apimwe sukari, apimwe tu. That guy is sick, completely sick. Wa Munyoro Express, ni Mungu alikusaidia ukafika nyumbani mapema.
Because have you noticed something? Even as this happens, Ruto and Raila supporters haven't said anything. Why? Because this trip exposes their fear that Gachagua, despite everything, still commands loyalty in Kenya and now even in the USA. And they know that this diaspora trip has just become a political earthquake. That just imagine if he can organize in the USA, if he can influence people in the USA, build networks there. What do you think will happen in 2026 or 2027? This VIP escort in Boston has just confirmed William Ruto's worst fears, that Gachagua's trip in the USA is bearing fruits. So today, as William Ruto goes to bed, I'm sure this is what he's gonna be thinking. That they called him finished, that they took his title away, that they stripped his convoy, his protocol, his power. But he has something more dangerous. The people. Gachagua's American tour is a warning shot to Ruto, to Raila, to everyone who thought that they had boxed him in. The diaspora is watching, and they already picked their side. So for anyone who has been shocked by this Boston police escort, I tell you that you shouldn't be. And if you think Gachagua is done, you are not paying attention. Because ask yourself, if Gachagua is irrelevant, then why is the world treating him like a president? Subscribe.
So hello my friends. So some Kikuyu seriously believe that Rigathi Gachagua is being protected by the US Secret Service. It's this is so funny. Mpaka wanatoa videos, wanatoa commentaries on it. They are dreaming. It's so hilarious. And then here's another funny one. That Gachagua met Elon Musk. And I saw some people who are Team KBB who are worried that he's met Elon Musk and is going to make him president. My friends, Gachagua is just another Tom, Dick and Harry in the American streets. In fact, Lupita Nyong'o is bigger than Gachagua there. And if he's not careful, he'll be deported by Trump to some wrong country. So sit tight.